Hello, my name is Christine Prakash. He took part in the initial invasion of Afghanistan. There he participated in an assault on Tora Bora that saw Osama bin Laden. He was redeployed to Iraq. He again experienced heavy combat. He received 6 decorations for his services. After his honorable discharge, Mr. Valentini attended college, planning to become a police officer. But his combat experience made it difficult for him to control his emotions. He grew paranoid about his surroundings, experienced nightmares, and repeatedly considered suicide. He left college and soon found himself sleeping on the streets. Here is a point-in-time data from 2008 to 2015. It explains the number of homeless veterans we've experienced from that time. And today, and actually not today, but in 2015, we experienced about 50,000 homeless veterans. Tonight, about 50,000 veterans will sleep under bridges, in alleys, and in abandoned buildings because they have no home. They are forgotten heroes, men and women who proudly served in military uniform. There are many factors that contribute to the large percent of homeless veterans, and most of those are directly related to military services or their difficulty returning to the civilian life. Currently, my husband is in the military, so we're both living the military life. And I can see how someone can get accustomed to that lifestyle, where you're constantly told what to do, what time to wake up, what you're going to have food at a certain time, and that becomes a lifestyle. And coming back to civilian world can be difficult. Many of these veterans suffer from post-traumatic stress disorder, service-connected disability, and are limited of their military training in the civilian workforce. For example, in my personal experience, my cousin, he was in the U.S. Army for 6 years. After he came back home, he suffered from post-traumatic stress disorder. He was very paranoid and started consuming a lot of alcohol, and he needed medical help. He was kicked out of his apartment because he couldn't pay his bills anymore because he didn't have a job. Thankfully, my aunt took him in, and he went back to school, got treatments, and is a pharmacy tech now. Because of the family support he had, he's not on the streets today. Many of these veterans are out in the civilian world. Homeless veterans need housing, medical care, substance abuse or mental intervention, employment training, and other services. So who's helping these homeless veterans? There's a belief that the Department of Veteran Affairs takes care of all veterans in need. The reality is that the Veterans Affairs, combined with all other federal agencies, only reach fewer than 20% of the homeless veterans. We can increase this number by helping the homeless veterans by giving back to the community with the help of National Coalition for Homeless Veterans. Have you guys heard of the National Coalition for Homeless Veterans? Well, National Coalition for Homeless Veterans is the only national nonprofit organization since 1990. Here is a picture of a lady who is a part of the organization who helped a homeless veteran. And it says, with your support, we will end veteran homelessness. It was organized by a small group of community-based service providers who were troubled by the large percentage of homeless veterans. The organization has grown from a handful of members since 1996 to a national network, nearly 250 community-based organizations providing housing, employment training, placement, health screening, counseling, substance abuse treatment, legal assistance, and other supportive services to more than 150,000 homeless veterans every year, along with their families. There are limitless opportunities to improve and expand the services to help homeless veterans. We can support emergency shelters. For example, donate personal care items such as socks, underwear, t-shirts. I was reading this article and it said that t-shirts are always in need. We can donate food and even fundraise to make cash contributions. We don't have to do it all within our organization. We can contact local churches, civic, business groups, and even the VA for contributions. We can convince the VA and our government to make a sizable donation to the National Coalition for the Homeless Veterans. As a team, we can write a letter with all the great accomplishment this organization has done for the homeless veterans and how their donation can make a change in many other homeless veterans' lives. Participating in a stand down. Stand down. You guys are like, what is a stand down? Stand down is a 3-day event that gathers homeless veterans. It usually happens in different cities and in different states. One of them I know of is in San Diego, and it's held by a veteran himself. Now he is a known psychologist Natchins, and he holds one every 1 to 3 years to help these homeless veterans. It's a community-like retreat to receive health care, personal hygiene services, food, clothing, housing, and employment referrals. This would be a great way for our organization to help these veterans, even if it's only for a day. Change would be made in someone's life. And one of the most important things for these homeless veterans is securing housing. According to the article, Why Wounded Warriors Sleep in Dumpsters by Lawrence Tribe and Bob Shriver, it says, studies after studies that shows that without securing housing, these vets simply cannot benefit from the psychiatric or other medical services to which our laws entitle them to. Instead, they die in dumpsters or under freeway overpasses. For example, when someone is getting a treatment, they want to be in a safe environment. For a treatment to work, especially like if somebody is getting treated for substance abuse, alcoholism, you want to be in a safe, happy environment. For a homeless veteran, as the treatment is done, they go back to the streets and they're back to their own lifestyle, and that may encourage them to consume alcohol or substance abuse again. If our organization takes some time to support National Coalition for Homeless Veterans, that will bring happiness to others in need and within us. Our organization would definitely benefit from giving back to these homeless veterans community. This will add a sense of idealism as a part of our company's core mission and daily work experience, giving us the time to participate in volunteer events during workforce is fun in the whole business. Not only does it give everyone the opportunity to interact with each other outside of office, but it will give us the satisfaction of giving back to the community that is supported by our own organization. This will boost the morale and keep employees happy. Tax deduction for our organization, we will gain customer support, and it would be free publicity for our organization. Aside from the tax breaks and publicity, there's no feeling like helping a person in need and strengthening your own community. Therefore, let's organize a meeting on August 12th to discuss out our options and involvement with the National Coalition for the Homeless Veterans. And let's begin helping. Thank you.